Should crossbows really have a place in archery season? Let's talk about it. Now, obviously, this has been a debate that has been going on for a long time, right? You don't need me coming in and telling you that this is something that's a new controversy, but it is a topic that I see constantly on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media, everywhere. And, you know, it's something that I just wanted to kind of touch on. I think there's a few ways to approach it. First, I'll give you my personal opinion. Do I think that a 26-year-old guy like me, who is able-bodied, can draw a 70-pound bow, and can hunt with it professionally with a little bit of practice, should be using the crossbow? To be honest, no, I do not. I absolutely do not. And for me, it comes down to this. I think there's a rifle season for a reason. It's because when you get these scopes on guns and you can reach out and touch something, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of archery season, which is to get close to a deer, close enough to make it much more challenging. With a crossbow, you take a lot of that challenge out of it. You give the deer a lot less of a chance, and really, it's just an extreme advantage. Now, I get it. Compound bows are super modern. They're really high-tech now. And there's all kinds of technology. I mean, heck, just look at the new Hoyts, Matthews, Dartons, Primes, and all the other brands that recently came out. Cutting-edge technology, right? But there is something to be said about still having to draw back a bow, practice at your different ranges to really get accurate and proficient with it. So if you're able-bodied and can pull it back, I don't really see why it should be allowed in archery season, when really it just turns you into a rifle hunter that's shooting a crossbow bolt. Now, with that being said, do I think it should be totally outlawed? No, I don't. I think for maybe a kid or an elderly person or someone who's had an injury and just can't physically draw back a bow, even some smaller women, right? My wife can't draw back a 40-pound bow, which is the legal hunting weight in our state, right? But she can use a crossbow. Perfect. Nice job. So those are just a few scenarios that I think would make sense to allow crossbow hunting. I mean, in my personal opinion, get a doctor's note and you use a crossbow, or just take some time and use a compound bow. One thing I can say is you can get a much better compound bow for the price what you can get a crossbow. There are some crazy crossbow prices out there. And I'm not saying eliminate crossbow hunting completely. Heck, I think if you want to use a crossbow, use a crossbow. Should it be put in archery season? In my personal opinion, no, it shouldn't. Unless you have some sort of medical condition or just physically cannot pull back a compound, recurve, or longbow, I think don't use a crossbow. Now, do I think it should be completely eliminated otherwise? No, I don't. I think, why not have a crossbow specific season? We have rifle specific seasons. We have muzzleloader specific seasons. There's nothing stopping any game agencies from doing a crossbow specific season. What's the harm in that? I know I've ruffled quite a few feathers here, so I'm gonna end this conversation here, but let me know what you think. Should crossbow hunting be tied in with archery if you can physically draw back a bow, or should it maybe have its separate season unless medically or physically necessary? Obviously, I don't make the rules. I say for now, if it's legal, use what you want to use. When it comes to my personal opinion, that's just my thoughts. I can be wrong, and I am wrong all the time. But I think these conversations are good to have instead of just whining and complaining on social media. Now, there's tons of video on social media that are just bashing other people, and I don't want to come across like I'm bashing. This is just my personal opinion. I want you to hunt the way that you can legally and enjoyably hunt. Don't take this and stop doing and get all mad at me. Well, you can get mad at me, but don't think that I'm some, high class, high status guy that's telling you this is the way it needs to be done. That's just my opinion on how the seasons are set up. We can all have our different opinions because ultimately I don't think it's going to change anything anytime soon, but maybe it will. Anyways, I'm going to get back to shooting. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Hit the notification bell, just let you know when I upload so you can see those videos. YouTube likes to hide them. If you don't mind, like the video as well. Leave me a comment. I know you have your opinions, especially on this video, so drop a comment below and I'll respond, and maybe let's just go back and forth and have a civil debate about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Step forward.
Hold it tight.
Yeah?
Right here.
Okay.
I'll hold it tighter.
Remember the top dot. Step forward a little bit.
Here?
Yeah.
And your cheek goes here.
Nice. Perfect shot. Dead deer. Little off.
Try again.
Here, let me shoot one and see if